Hello again, welcome to today's attempt at the Stepdle puzzle. All of my starting guesses today will begin with O, because last time I played this game, all of my starting guesses began with N. We're going through the alphabet as I quite often do on this channel. So, four-letter words starting with O, let's just go for oval. Nice shape one to start with. Gives me an A. O is circular, not an oval. Maybe that's why it wasn't in the word, but at least we didn't get 5 greys. Let's try hard to get some greens. We got a green. I suppose it could have been worse. How about we try to weed out the fake letters? Wow, okay, that's not helped either. So I will try and go to the future, not the past. This is not going very well, is it? How many more guesses am I going to need? There we go, out of nowhere. I mean, I'm sure there were other options. Bang would have worked. So a little bit lucky there, but of course I got a bit unlucky that none of the previous guesses gave me any extra letters. Right, let's move on to a 5-letter word beginning with O. How about olive? Gives me an I, so again, not 5 greys. I feel again like I'm a little bit unlucky that the O is not in the word, and we don't have an E either, both very common vowels. But nope, we've only got the I. Maybe we'll have the A or the U as well. We'll find out shortly. But for now, I'm going to test for Y, because I think the I is most likely to be second. So maybe there won't be any other vowels. And I am correct about the I being second, and about there being a Y. That's very good. So windy is a distinct possibility. And it is the correct possibility. That's very nice. What is a 6-letter word beginning with O? How about we go for a very high octane guess of octane? We do have an O finally, and we've got the T. The O is not in the correct position though. I mean, it's not likely to be the first letter, to be fair. I'm just glad we didn't go for 4 words, but none of them used the O. That would have been annoying on the one day that I use that as my starting guess. Right, what are we going to do with this? Forget would have been a good word, except we've ruled out the E. Do I want to try an OT ending? No, I think let's try a more sought after ending. OUGHT is definitely plausible. Could be bought, of course, but I want to try the S rather than the B for obvious reasons. The obvious reason being it's not right. Okay, but at least we got the H and it's in the correct position, which is unexpected. So is it going to be an HY ending? Maybe a THY? If it is THY, then the O would have to be third. So maybe it's slightly different, but the O is still third. It's looking very much like a trophy. It is, okay. That's another 3, so we've recovered well from that 4-letter start that took us loads of guesses, and we need to end with a 7-letter word. How about oranges? Because I deliberately didn't go for orange on the 6-letter one, so we'll try this now. Oh wow, we've got some greens and some yellows, not an orange in sight, but that's not entirely surprising. Is the O going to be third? Because there's probably going to be a vowel in that position, isn't there? What are we going to do with the A? A blank Y at the end is plausible. Or the A could be first, but then what would be third? I think it's much more likely that it's like C-R-O-N or P-R-O-N or T-R-O-N. But then what are we going to do with this A? Croniac, something like that. Proniac. Maybe I'm just thinking of Pontiac. Cranial, but not cronial. So that's clearly not correct either, and we do need to use the O and the A. Interesting. I don't know what this word is, which is most annoying. Sometimes when you've got 4 letters correct straight away, it makes it a lot easier. Sometimes it makes it a lot harder because it's really difficult to think of that one specific word that is correct. Because if there is only one word that fits the pattern that I've got, it's quite difficult to find it, having not ruled out that many letters. Whereas sometimes if you've had a few guesses before you get to 4 correct letters, it makes it easier because you've ruled out so many other things. What else is a possibility? That just looks like dictionary, that's why I'm thinking of that particular ending, but clearly dictionary is not correct. But what else are we going to do with this A? I mean, AGE is such a common ending, which is clearly wrong. I mean, that doesn't have to be an O, but it can't be an A. So if it's got to be a vowel, hasn't it? The only other possibilities are I and U. That really doesn't look promising. Because we would need, unless, I mean, it looks like Arizona, doesn't it? But it clearly isn't. Looks like granola, but it clearly isn't. Really feels like the O is going to be in there. But what other letters do I need? Let me know in the comments if you solved this 5 minutes ago and you're just enjoying watching me struggle. What am I going to do? This might be one of those where I have to go for a word that is not correct, which I really don't like doing. Bronchial clearly isn't correct, but it's a sort of pattern that I've got in my head. Right, we're going to go for some new letters, I think. We're going to do a guess that is definitely not correct. I don't like doing this, but I just need some more information. I do want to test something with the O in third, just to test that theory. But I guess I also want to try as many new letters as I can. Let's just try clothed. That tries entirely new letters apart from the O and the E that we've already ruled out. Okay, the O is third. We've got a T and an L as well. So frontal is going to be correct. Did not consider the TAL ending. That's a little bit careless. But at least we got there in 3. We got there in all 3s apart from that first one. That just took me too many guesses. But that last one, even though it was a 3, which is good, it still feels a little bit unsatisfactory because I broke my self-imposed hard mode rule and went for something that couldn't possibly be correct. But it was a difficult one, it's not the most common of words. And we have solved the puzzle regardless. So that is Stepdle. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.